Good day everyone, my name is CJ Corpus. Today, me and my group mates will discuss all about the gender and activism. Okay, let's go on to the objective of this lesson. At the end of the lesson, you should able to first discuss the heteronormativity and its manifestation, and the second one is to appreciate the contribution of activism in social change. The next one is the definition of terms. First, what is activism? Activism is a collective effort to shape and transform political, socio-cultural, and other environment status quo. Next is what is participation? Participation is contributing in transforming social realities by engaging and taking part in various aspects as an initiative or reform. Next is a collaboration. Collaboration is a working together towards a goal. Now, let's go on to the introduction. Our society is now advocating towards equal rights for everyone through the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which was drafted in 1948 by all countries who are members of the United Nations, in acknowledgement that everyone, including LGBT people, is equal in dignity and in rights. Although most countries no longer punish or outlaw homosexuality, there is still much to be done for LGBT people to fully enjoy their human rights.
Hello everyone, I'm Rose and Carlos. For today's, I'm going to discuss about understanding heteronormativity. So, ano nga ba yung heteronormativity? It means daw related to or based on the attitude that heterosexuality is the only normal and natural expression of sexuality according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Let's put more simple na kapag ang isang tao daw ay heterosexual or straight, ibig sabihin normal siya, and that is him or her standard. With heteronormative point of view, straight people are placed to the privileged group by viewing them as the standard or normal, and anyone who does not adhere to that standard viewed as lesser. Like women who love women is a lesbian or tomboy. Men who love men is a gay or bakla. People who love men or women is a bisexual. People who feels that they do not belong to their biological sex, it means they are transgender. And other people who reject their nation of gender binaries, either male or female, masculine or feminine. Na kapag daw gay, lesbian, bisexual ka, or transgender, ibig sabihin hindi ka normal. You're not belong to the standard of being normal.
Good day everyone, my name is Jolina M. Corpus from BSM 2A. Heteronormativity has been so ingrained in our social and political institution that it has almost become invisible. Most people unknowingly subscribe to heteronormative standards just because that is the way it has always been for them. However, even in LGBT politics have not always challenged heteronormativity. Indeed, some gay and lesbian cultures replicate and reinforce strict gender norms, policing their own behavior with violent and homophobic result for those who do not conform to particular conceptions of LGBT, like assigning blue for boys and pink for girls. But what happens when a boy wants pink toys? They are reprimanded and criticized in a process called normalization. So this normalization limits persons' choices and freedom. Para sa mga LGBT, sila ay nasa laylayan ng lipunan, itinuturing na mababa, discriminated on, branded as abnormal, and are treated and second, elite citizens. Minority stress theory suggests that the increased prevalence of mental health issues experienced by LGBT youths is due to the increased level of social stress, including stigma, discrimination, prejudice, and victimization. So, at this crucial time, feeling discriminated against by educational, religious institution, or internalizing feeling of victimization due to homophobia, transphobia, or biphobia can result in significant psychological challenges for sexual and gender minority youth.
So, hi everyone. I am Christine Cristobal from Group 2 Reporters. So, our topic is about gender and activism. So, ano nga ba itong heteronormative na tinatawag? Heteronormativity means based on the attitude that heterosexuality is the only normal and natural expression of sexuality. In short, kapag tayo magpalagay na lahat ay heterosexual o straight, and ito lang yung pamantayan para sa lahat na isa kang straight at wala nang iba. So, one example of heteronormative violence is the murder of LGBT men and women during the Nazi Holocaust. During the Holocaust, many women's experiences were shaped by their gender. In present days, it means punishing LGBT children for expressing who they are or being vocal about who they are attracted to. So, dito is sinasabi na parang kasalanan ang pagiging isang LGBT dahil wala kang kalayaan na express yung sarili mo as part of LGBT at kung saan at kanino ka naaakit and may pagpaparusang nagaganap. Sa lugar ng trabaho naman, maaari itong mga hulugan ng pagtanggal sa trabaho o hindi pag-promote dahil sa ikaw ay lesbian or gay. And another example, sa bahay, dahil ikaw ay LGBT, mismo sa family mo nararanasan yung pambubuli dahil hindi ka nitatanggap na gay o bisexual ka man. In politics, it manifests in policies denying LGBT their freedoms such as anti-sodomy laws in many countries where being LGBT is a crime punishable by imprisonment or death. It could also mean the absence of laws that would let ICHT live a full life, like being able to marry the person they want to marry or enjoying the time, rights, and privilege that straight families have. So, as you observe in the present days, 'di ba, yung discrimination over LGBT, walang kalayaan sa mga batas, unfair treatment, and worst thing is being a part of LGBT is a crime. Parurusahan ka ng pagkakulong o kamatayan.
Hi, I'm Camille Kurame. I'm going to discuss challenging heteronormativity through activism. Heteronormativity is a social construct, and history has proven societies changing attitudes of homosexuality. History shown us the egalitarian acceptance of homosexuality in the ancient hunter-gatherer civilization, the violence erasures of the gender deviance and condemnation of homosexuality with the spread of Abrahamic religion. Jews, Christians, Muslims, and other religions who believe in one God, the God of Abraham. LGBT activism have had various social movements to advocate for LGBT people's equal rights 2000s. Liberations 1960s to 1970s, and self-acceptance through the homophile movement 1950s. These social movements engage in political and social activism through street rallies, pride marches, law lobbying, engaging the media, arts, research, and many other activism that empowered the LGBT community.
Hi, my name is Trisha May Ikorameng. So, dissent is so powerful it can make significant changes in our society, breaking the culture of silence on the daily heteronormative violence that are committed and condoned by society. Is the first step towards social change. We can start by refusing to participate in heteronormative violence towards the LGBT, participating in various events of the LGBT community. May 17, International Day Against Homophobia and Transphobia. May 31, International Transgender Day of Visibility. November 20 is Transgender Day of Remembrance. And the last one is the June Pride Month.
Hi, my name is Eufrasina C. Castro, and I will be explaining the summary of our report. So, heteronormativity as a social construct can be undone through activism. Social change may not be something that happens right away, but decades of LGBT struggle has proven that change can happen. So, take note that you do not have to be an LGBT to fight for equal rights. You just have to be a human being who believes in freedom and equality for all.